let us start. Sip Pankaj, Sip Girish, Parthiyama, Sip Prasad, newcomer, I believe. Welcome, Prasad. Sip Rajan, Sip Vageshan, Sip Sudeep Bhargava, Sip Raju, Sip Kumar Swami, Sip Motkula and Leena Anand, Sip Gautam, Sip Atmatrai, Sip Ashok Maheshwari, right on top. Sip Girish again, Sip Samatma, Sip Bliss, Sip Bliko, Sip Kundan, Sagairaj, Sip Rekha Rajaratnam, Sip Ashok and Viru, Sip Sunil Chittal, Sip Nagaraj, welcome to the call. And the rest of you, I am not able to see your images. Welcome, my dear friends. We are on to a very interesting subject, a subject known as Vairagya, a subject called, what is this? Vairagya. Should I renounce? A lot of people are confused on this journey of enlightenment. Okay, what is this renunciation all about? You know, a lot of people, they don't know. They are confused. I have to renounce. What must I renounce? Should I renounce the world? Should I renounce my family? What should I renounce? A lot of people get confused and they come and tell me, my bachche ko chhod do, pati ko chhod do, patni ko chhod do, maa baap ko chhod do, business ko chhod do, duniya chhod ke bhag jaun, kahan bhagu? Where should I run away? Vairagya, renunciation. What is this word renunciation? So you can ask me questions at 8 o'clock. But now we will start with the subject of Vairagya. My dear friends, what is the meaning of Vairagya? It is a unique spiritual term. It is very difficult to explain it in English if you ask what is Vairagya. So some people say Vairagya means renunciation. Some people say renunciation. Some people say it's called detachment. Some people say it's called dispassion. So what is this Vairagya? Is it renunciation? Is it dispassion? Is it detachment? What is renunciation? And more important, today we want to understand why. Why Vairagya? Why is it important for enlightenment? Without Vairagya, can we have enlightenment? No, because Vairagya is the key to liberation. If there is no Vairagya, there can be no Mukti, Moksha, Jivan Mukta, Sthit Pragya, salvation, nirvana. No, you need Vairagya. To achieve the ultimate goal of life, you need Vairagya. And if you need Vairagya, you should know what is Vairagya. You need to know what is Vairagya. You need to understand how to get Vairagya. You need to be clear about it. Because if you are not clear about it, then you're going to be confused. So my dear friends, Vairagya, it liberates us. Unless you let go of the samsara or bhoga, you cannot be in yoga or union with the divine. Therefore, this word Vairagya must be understood. What must we renounce and what must we not? So we are clear, Vairagya is needed. But we are not clear, what is Vairagya? When Vairagya? Why Vairagya? What is not Vairagya? So let us get onto this point. When I was in this seeking path, I told God, what did I tell God? I told God, मेरे प्रीतम, मेरे प्रेमी, प्रभु सब कुछ तुम ही, तुम बिन प्रभु क्या जीना, तुझसे भक्ति प्रभु ऐसी, चाहूं तुम बिन कुछ ना, तू मिल गया सब मिल गया. When I used to sing like this, it was not easy, right? I want God. I wanted God. Deeply I want God. Not just like, not Shuma. Okay, God, come here. Ajo, come on. No. Oh God, I want you. I want you more than anything else. You are my everything, oh Lord. This is what I had. And I used to cry. I used to cry when I used to sing. What I used to tell God. I used to tell God, I'm talking about 7-8 years back, when I was still like you, I was a seeker. I was seeking God, but I used to cry. I used to tell God, तेरे लिए मैं हूँ प्यासा, पल पल मैं तुझको चाहता, सांसों में मेरे तू बसा, मन में आत्मा में तू है, कण कण में तू ही मुझ में, तुम बिन तो मैं कुछ भी ना, जो भी हूं मैं तुम ही हूं, तुम बिन मैं कुछ नहीं हूं, तुमसे ही मैं हूं बना, भक्ति मेरी ऐसी प्रभु, तुम बिन ना कुछ, तुम बिन मैं कुछ भी ना, तुम बिन मैं कुछ भी ना, तुम बिन मैं कुछ भी ना. You understand the meaning? Bliss, you understand bliss? You don't understand what I'm saying. Oh Lord, I want you. Oh Lord, I want you, my Lord. I don't want anything else. I want you. What am I without you, my Lord? What am I? I am nothing. I am nothing. And this took me on the journey of enlightenment, the seeking of God. The seeking, seeking of God is the right way to get there. And they say, I'm sure many of you know the 4 doors to liberation. Sunil Chittal, 4 doors to liberation: Viveka, Vairagya, Shat Shampat, Mumukshutva. The 4 doors to liberation. This is in the Upanishads. This is in the Viveka Chudamani. This is in the Aparoksha Anubhuti. This is in the Vedas. This is everywhere. The 4 doors to liberation. First door, Viveka, discrimination. Second door, Vairagya, renunciation. Third door, Shat Shampat, discipline. Fourth door, Mumukshutva, deep yearning for the divine. How do we reach that, my friends? In these 4 doors, one door you already know. Use your power of intellect, use your discrimination. You know Mumukshutva and the magic we spoke about Mumukshutva. Shat Shampat is one thing we need to get into one session. One Friday, maybe, we will do Shat Shampat. It's a complicated thing. Have you done, Sudeep, have you done Shat Shampat? Samadhama, Uprati, Titisha, Shraddha, Samadhana? Have you done? No. So, administrator, please make note. We will do one of these Fridays, we will take up Shat Shampat. Because we have done Viveka, we have done Mumukshutva. So, my dear friends, today, let us be clear about Vairagya. What is this Vairagya all about? Because it is all about being a yogi. And people don't understand what is the meaning of yogi. You remember, I sing, Yogi jo yog mein sada hi rahe, Prabhu ke yog mein rahe. In Vairagya, how does the yogi have Vairagya? संसार के रिश्तों में ना है फंसता, योगी को एहसास होता, वो भी आत्मा है, हर शय में आत्मा, सब कुछ परमात्मा, मिथ्य जो दिखता है उससे बचता, योगी सत्य में है जीता, वैराग्य और विवेक से वो है जीता, प्रभु के प्यार में वो जीता, कर्तव्य उसका ना है कोई. Remember this, what it says? कर्तव्य उसका ना है कोई, मोक्ष उसको है पाना, शर्म वो किसी बात पे करता नहीं. Understood? शर्म वो किसी बात पे करता नहीं, योग में सदा वो रहता, योग में सदा योगी रहता, प्रभु को ही वो प्यार करता, योगी जो योग में सदा ही रहे, प्रभु के योग में रहे. How can you be yogi? How can you be a yogi? You cannot become a yogi unless there's Vairagya. The Vairagya lets you go to being a yogi, otherwise you become a bhogi. So today, we are getting into Vairagya. See, some people think Remember, before the end, you will get a clear picture of Vairagya. We are getting all the perspectives. You may wonder, where are we going up and down? Vairagya does not mean that you must become a tapasvi. Who told once? I think Kumar Swami or Atmatray. We go to the temple and we do tapasya. We go to Tirupati and we come rolling down from the top of the mountain. So what? No, God will be impressed. Or you want to impress God? God doesn't need to be impressed. You don't have to suffer for God. Some people, it's very ridiculous. They show you, they sit in some yogis, some sannyasis, they sit in front of the flame. Girish, have you seen? They sit in the fire and they burn the whole body. They put ashes and the whole body is burnt. You want to do it? Please do it. But do you need to do it? You don't need to do it. If you know the way, which is the right way, you don't have to do all these things. If you don't know the right way, then you do it. If you don't know, then you struggle with all these things. Vairagya does not mean tapasya. Vairagya does not mean leaving this world and running into the forest. Vairagya is not this. I often give the story. One guru told one man, you must become Vairagya. Vairagi. So what the man said? Okay, he was a king. The king. He was like a very big man. He left everything. He left everything. He went to the forest. He built one small hut. He was living in the hut. He was living there. Only 2 dhotis. You know dhoti? Bliss, you know dhoti? Dhoti is the man wear. The sannyasis in India, they wear red color around the waist. It's like a sari, they tie it around them, red color or white color. So he was wearing a dhoti. The chest is empty. Nothing on the shirt. Nothing here. Only in the bottom, they put dhoti. It's like a man's skirt. It's called man's skirt in India. So this man was having dhoti. Every day he saw dhoti becoming little short. Every day, dhoti becoming short. One day he saw rat is eating. One day he saw in the night, rat is coming, eating the dhoti. So the man said what to do. So the man went and bought a cat. He kept the cat, then there's no rat. But cat started doing meow, meow, meow. So he said, now what to do? So he bought a cow. He bought a cow for the cat to give milk. Then he bought a cat. He bought a cow. Now he was tired every day. Every day he was tired how to milk the cow. So he went to the village and he brought one lady for milking the cow. And when he brought the lady, the story started. That lady stayed with him and he lost his sannyasi, he lost his vairagya, he lost everything. Arey, the rat was eating the dhoti, leave it now. For the rat, he bought the cat. For the cat, he bought the cow. For the cow, he bought a lady. And for the lady, he lost his vairagya. So this teaches us that we have to live a life which has got vairagya. We have to learn the art of detachment. If the dhoti was getting eaten by the rat, leave it. Better after 1 month, go to the village, buy 2 dhotis and come. Not for the dhoti, you bring a cat because you want to kill the run away, make the rat run away. No. We human beings have to learn the art not to be attached to possessions and to people. We are attached, and because we are attached, we are destroyed. We must seek only God. This is the biggest mistake of mankind. Man is not seeking God. Man is seeking the world. Because man is seeking the world, man will be reborn, and this will go on and on and on. If you want to escape from the rebirth on earth, you have to renounce. And who is a true renunciate? Who is a true vairagi? One who lives with only one desire. He lives only with the desire of God. Mere dil mein bas ek tum hi ho, tan man mein aur koi nahi ho. ऐसा हो जाए बस एक तुम ही हो, इतना भर दे के और कुछ नहीं हो. Oh Lord, fill my life, fill me so much with you that there should be no place for anything else. Do you pray like that? We don't pray like that. We say, God, we want little God, little gold. Little God, little gold. We want both, na? God and gold. A lot of people, they want to balance A and B. They don't want only God. Huh? They want God and gold. Then the problem comes. That's why in the song I say, है ये आस्था मुकम्मल तुम ही हो जीवन में मेरे और कुछ नहीं हो कन कन मेरा तुम बस तुम ही हो और कुछ भी आए जगह नहीं हो मेरे तन मन में मुकम्मल तुम ही हो बस एक तुम ही हो बस एक तुम ही हो मेरे दिल में. Can you say, my dear friends, can you say, I want only God? Can you sacrifice the world for the sake of God? No. That's why 99.999% of this world are suffering. Ashok Maheshwari. Why 99.999% world is suffering? Because they are seeking A plus B plus C plus D. No. What must we want? Ashok Maheshwari, what you must want? प्रभु मेरा जीवन अर्पण करूं तुमको और कुछ ना मैं चाहता तू जो मिले मुझको स्वीकार मैं हूं करता देता जो भी मुझको. Are we ready to do this? Are we ready to realize? ये जग झूठा इच्छाएं है कई इसमें क्यों है अटकना तू ही है एक सच्चाई तुझसे ही मुझे प्यार करना तू ही एक जो चाहूं मैं मुक्ति मिल जाए मेरे नाथ निर्वाणा मिल जाए मेरे नाथ. Are we ready to do it, my friends? Are we ready to seek God? Unfortunately, we are not. Unfortunately, we are caught. Unfortunately, the truth we forgot. What to do? Our focus is not on God. The Vairagya seeks nothing, desires nothing. He realizes everything is Maya. The Vairagya realizes, तू यहाँ मुसाफिर है ये सराय पानी है 4 रोज की मेहमा तेरी जिंदगानी है जद जमीन जद जेवर कुछ न साथ आएगा खाली हाथ आया है खाली हाथ जाएगा जान कर भी अनजाना बन रहा है दीवाने अपने उम्र फानी पर तन रहा है दीवाने इस कदर तू खोया है इस जहां के मेले में तू खुदा को भूला है फंस के इस झमेले में आज तक ये देखा है पाने वाला खोता है जिंदगी को जो समझा जिंदगी पे रोता है. When are we going to realize? When are you going to realize? मुट्ठी बांध के आने वाले मुट्ठी बांध के आने वाले हाथ पसारे जाएगा धन दौलत जागीर से तूने क्या पाया क्या पाएगा चढ़ता सूरज धीरे धीरे ढलता है ढल जाएगा जैसे के जाएगा तू भी जाएगा इरफान खान जाएगा तू भी जाएगा मैं भी जाऊंगा तू भी जाएगा के वैसा गया हमको है जाना. You get a shock. क्या हुआ के को के क्या हुआ सबको जाना है. What is the shock? Don't have shock. It is all Maya. It is all mithya. But if we have passion for people, for positions, then we will sink. We will think, we will blink, we will sink. So should we give up the world? Should we go to the forest? There was a story of Vairagya and Jayamani. It's a very famous story. Somebody says Jayamani is his devotee. Somebody says Jayamani is his son thousands of years ago. Where one man called Jayamani, he tells Vairagya, I will be Vairagi. I will leave and go to the forest. He leaves, Jayamani leaves and goes to the forest. And one day in the forest, she's living in a small kutia. One girl, one college girl, she comes and it's all raining, raining, raining. She's wearing a sari. I don't know how many of you can imagine a lady with a wet sari, how sensual she looks. And she came in front of Vairagya and she told Vyas in Germany. She came in front of the Germany and told, I want to live in your kutia. Germany told, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a Vairagya, get out from here. She told, if you tell me get out, the wild animals will eat me in the night. So he told her, okay, okay. After much begging, go to the corner, go to the end room and lock it. And in the night, if somebody comes and knocks, don't open. Even if I say, I am Jaimani, open the door, don't open. Because he was scared. He saw the picture of the sensual girl. The wet sari was all around sticking to her body. And he saw the picture of the lust in his head. He was scared. The lady went to sleep in Germany in the middle of the night. He could not sleep. That lady's bosom and that lady's body was in his mind. He could not sleep. So he went and knocked the door. He told, open. The girl said, no, no, I will not open. He said, no, no, I am Jaimani, open. He said, you may be Jaimani also, I will not open. What he did, in olden days, on top of the house, there used to be a small window. He jumped on top of the door, opened the window, and he jumped inside. He wanted the lust with this girl because he was living in the forest for such a long time. The moment he jumped inside and he went to hug the girl, he saw it was not a girl. It was his Guru Vedyas. Vedyas had come in the form of a girl to teach him a lesson. Then he told Jaimani, Vairagya does not mean that you run away from the world. Vairagya does not mean that you run away to the forest. Vairagya means that you must have detachment in your head. You must have renunciation in your head. You must have that power. Unfortunately, we are attached. We have no freedom in the head because we are in bhoga. We are not in yoga. So now you understand what is Vairagya. Vairagya means the ability to renounce the material world. If you want Vairagya, you must evolve on the spiritual path. Don't keep on, so many people, tandoori chicken, biryani, tandoori chicken. And then they were smoking, whiskey. No, they are slaves. They are not able to renounce it. So we have to be able to be master, not a slave. You don't have to give up everything, but you must be a master. To be a Vairagi, you should be so much in yoga that the world of bhoga does not attract you. You are not attached to people or possessions or pleasures. Remember the 3 P's? What are the 3 P's the Vairagi overcomes? He overcomes pleasure, possessions, and people. The Vairagya is a master of PPP. Will you remember? MPPP, not MP as in Delhi MP, not that. It is MPPP, master of pleasure, possession, and people. The Vairagi doesn't have a greed. He is satisfied with his need. The Vairagi doesn't have desires that will make him burst. He lives by not having desires that makes him burst. He learns to quench his thirst. This is the life of a Vairagi. He renounces and he lives with dispassion. How does he live with dispassion? He learns to accept. He learns Kabul. We spoke about it. He learns to surrender. You know how to surrender? Samarpan karna, जीवन जो ये जिसने दिया वही संभालेंगे, जो भी होगा उसकी मर्जी है, कबूल है करना उनकी कृपा है. So you must understand that everything that's happening is a divine will. Dispassion means not being a slave who will crave till his grave. The Vairagi lives with detachment, not attached to pleasures, to possessions, and to people. He enjoys mukti. The Vairagi lives with freedom, with mukti. And Vairagya is a key to enlightenment. If you don't understand Vairagya, you will be paralyzed. You cannot progress on the spiritual path. So I hope you are understanding what is Vairagya. In my life, I have to let go many things. I have renounced. Oh, many things. Many things in my life. One of the first things I renounced was masala dosa. I was a slave of masala dosa. Then, once upon a time, there were so many women around me. Many women. I said, no, all out. All out. Because you cannot be in this bhoga. If you are in the bhoga, there can be no yoga. So in my own life, I had to renounce so many things. If not, I would not have reached that state of realization. Vairagya is very important. Vairagya helps you be in consciousness. It liberates us from the world. It unites us with God. So my dear friends, it is so important to reach that state of Vairagya. I don't know whether you have got a clear picture. I'm sure you remember some words. I gave you some keywords. MPPP. Be a master of pleasure, possession, people. Don't let a pleasure make you a slave. Don't make possessions make you a slave. Don't make any person make you a puppet. If you are a puppet of a person, that is disaster. You have to be a master. Don't be like that man who was riding the horse. Somebody asked him, where are you going? What he said? Ask the horse. Why he asked? Because there was no Vairagya. No Vairagya. He was just going wherever the horse. If the horse was going, jhum barabar jhum sharabi, jhum barabar jhum kali gata hai. That's all. Some people are there and some people are making you drink and you go on drinking. Where is the renunciation? Are you able to renounce? Are you able to renounce pleasures that make you sink in this world? Are you able to renounce relationships that are toxic? Are you able to renounce possessions? My guru asked me, he asked me a very simple thing. Huh? What did my guru tell me? My guru said, renounce color. I didn't know what he meant. Why should I renounce color? He said, no blue, green, blue, black, white, orange. I used to wear blue jeans, green shirt, orange suit, yellow tie, and brown shoes. He said, renounce. My guru called me. He said, renounce. No more color, only white. I didn't know what my guru meant. I said, okay, renounce. One day, padang, I threw all my hundreds of shirts and hundreds of suits and shoes and pants, must be worth lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of rupees. One day I renounced. My guru told me white, only white. That's the only thing my guru asked me in all his life. But he told me, I want something. I said, what? He said, I want you to give us. I want you to Vairagi. Be Vairagi in terms of white, all colors. Wear only white. So my dear friends, it's up to you. If you want to have Vairagya, please remember, Vairagya means, let me ask you the question in question answer session. What is the meaning of Vairagya? Let me see if I'm a bad teacher or a good teacher. If I'm a bad teacher, you will not know the answers. If I'm a good teacher, then you will give the answers. So instead of me talking any further, I'm going to ask you questions. What is Vairagya? How can you be Vairagi? Have you renounced? What have you been detached with? What are you dispassionate with? Don't be scared. I will ask some small questions. You try to answer. But to conclude, if you want enlightenment, Vairagya is very important. You have to renounce everything that will make you sink. And remember that story? That man, he had a deep desire for that fur, that rug fur. All the foreigners used to wear that rug, that fur in Himalayas. And one day he saw that one foreigner had dropped the rug in the Ganges. So he jumped in the Ganges. Yeah, swimming and catching. I want to catch that foreigner's rug. He caught the rug. Then his friends told, well, oh, come back now. Now you are going and you'll sink in the Ganga. Leave the rug and come. The man tells, hello, I left the rug wrong back. The rug is holding me now. I left the rug. The rug is holding me. It was not a rug. It was a polar bear. It was a bear in the Ganges. The bear was swimming. He thought it was a rug. He caught the rug. Now the bear caught hold of him. It's a story. But we should not catch hold of possessions. We must learn to let go. Chodo. What's the last word I'm telling you today? Chodo. What do you do? Chodo. 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 Chodo means leave it. Learn chodo. Chodo. To be detached, to be dispassionate, chodo. You don't have to run away from the world. You have to live in the world. You can't run away from the world. You have to learn to live a spiritual life in the material world. And we say, chodo, realize the truth. Why am I clinging on to everything? When you cling, you will sink. When you cling, you are sure to fail. Let go. Realize the truth. Nothing is ours. In this world, we come and we go. It's just a show. Overcome ignorance. Follow the magic words to enlightenment. I've given you the magic. Pamukshatvam, ask, GGGG, ignorance, consciousness. But don't forget, Vairagya is very important. If you don't have Vairagya, Vairagya means renunciation, dispassion, detachment. If you don't have this in your life, you're in trouble. Next week on Friday, I will share the new book I'm writing. Don't cut a cake. Next week, don't cut a cake. Awake. Your birthday is fake. The new book I'm writing. Don't cut a cake. Awake. Your birthday is fake. So that is next week's topic. But administrator, it's 8 o'clock. Let us get on to question answers. Yes, sir. Let us start. Who will go?
Yes, Guruji, Kumar Swami here.
Yes, Guruji, Kumar Swami, bolo.
ये वैराग्य अपन छोड़ना पड़ेगा या ऑटोमेटिक जाएगा? Will it go automatically or we have to leave it?
How it will go, Kumar Swami? How it will go automatically?
What I understood from the Vairagya is, initially everybody will be attached to the materialistic world. So when you travel toward the God, so automatically the world will be detaches automatically, automatic process.
There is no automatic. There is no automatic. No. There is no automatic detachment, Kumar Swami. There is automatic. There is automatic attachment.
No. I'll tell you one more thing. Earlier also I given one example. Ladder. When you are catching something, automatically you will leaving something. When you are catching the upper limb, automatically you will renounce the bottom one. So when you are steps also, when you are going up, automatically you will renounce the bottom one. This is a bottom. It is happens. So if you are sincerely traveling on the path of spirituality, the renunciation will happen automatically. And one more example also I'll give you. Suppose in the nature, one flower is becoming a fruit. For example, one more example I'll give you. One flower is becoming a fruit. After becoming the fruit, the petals of the flower will drop automatically. You need not to somebody to go and it will not cut. Automatically the petals will drop. When your transformation takes place, automatically the renunciation will take place. So you are walking on the path will be sincere. Then automatically renunciation will happen. And for a father also, I will give you many examples.
I wish what you say was true. I wish. Let anybody in this group commit that automatically they can get Vairagya. Let anybody say how it's possible.
This is my understanding from the Vairagya.
No. Kumar Swami, what you say has got logic, but there is no magic. Please understand a point that as long as we have got body, mind, and ego, there will be desires. It is not easy for any man. I am telling you, I have seen the gurus of the world, 1 to 10, 100 gurus I have seen in the world. Even the most spiritual people, they get carried away when somebody comes and gives donation of 1 crore, why should the person get carried away, Kumar Swami? If somebody is coming to a spiritual man and giving 1 crore donation, why should the spiritual guru become so excited?
Guruji, that means he is not a real mumukshitva. He is not a real seeker. And he
Then
is
you
not
show
a
me one.
real seeker.
No, you show me one. Give me one genuine guru in the world today. Can you give a name? Give me one name.
But if you have a real mumukshitva, if you have a deep earning, automatically guru will appear. There is no doubt. Automatically guru will appear.
My dear Kumar Swami, give me one name.
Because I am not searching for the gurus so far, but
yes, sir. You are not searching, but I have been searching. I have been searching, so I will tell the answer to you. So, I am telling you, it is very difficult. This Vairagya is a very important key. If you do, that's why Kumar Swami, I have written these 4 doors or written in Upanishads. It's written in Upanishad, Kumar Swami, 1200 years ago, to thousands of years ago. Viveka, Vairagya, Chaksham, Mukshutva.
Sir, with the Viveka, what is the Vairagya? Vairagya is nothing but a knowledge. You are crossing the ignorance. Vairagya means what is that? Vairagya is nothing but knowledge.
No, sorry. That is not Vairagya.
You are crossing the ignorance. Yes.
My dear Kumar Swami.
What is the actual Vairagya, sir?
My dear.
Leaving the hate, leaving the anger, leaving the attachment, leaving the. This is only Vairagya. So this is.
Let me ask somebody else to give some opinion. Ru Mataji or Sunil Chittal or Blikro or Sunil. Who wants to come in?
My final opinion is this Vairagya is an automatic process. It should not be. You should not renounce yourself. It will happen. If you are sincere.
I respect your opinion. I hope it was true. But let us hear from others. What is their opinion? Okay, let us hear from others. I would like to invite all those who know about Vairagya to speak. So right now, Rajan wants to say something. Let Rajan say, but others who have got some knowledge on Vairagya, you please speak after Rajan. Yes, Rajan.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste, Guruji.
My doubt is Vairagya included removing I-ness? I did it, I gave it, I possess it. Removing this I-ness, is it Vairagya?
No, it's not.
No?
See, no, let Rajan, for the sake of clarity, let me explain to you. Vairagya means, Rajan, it means that the I should renounce. It is not giving up of the I. That is a different subject. Vairagya means you are Rajan. Correct?
Yes, yes.
As long as you are alive, you will be Rajan only, or you will become Sudeep?
No, I'm Rajan.
You are Rajan. So now as Rajan, you may be attached to a pleasure.
Okay.
It may be drinking of beer. I'm just giving one example.
No.
You know, it may be anything. It may be drink. It may be any pleasure. It may be some people have suppose I know one man, very good man. Rajan is the best man I know, but he loves to go to horse racing.
Oh, yes.
Every day he must do gambling. If it is not horse racing, it is cricket. Who will win, India or Pakistan? So when I asked him why you're doing this, he told it is my business. It is my business. But was it actually business? It is not a business. It is an addiction. So Vairagya means to renounce, to give up all that which is taking us away from God.
Yes.
Vairagya means that you should be detached. Suppose you have a person. Suppose a man is going to a prostitute every day. If he is going every day to a prostitute, can he get liberation?
No.
Because he is attached to that prostitute. Because he wants to go every day to that prostitute. So I'm giving you an example. So that man has to renounce that habit. That man has to renounce the gambling. So what Kumar Swami said, automatically it will happen. No, it cannot happen automatically. It needs a lot of discipline. It needs a lot of conviction. It needs a lot of resolve. It is a lot of resolve. A man with a strong character only can give up. The ordinary man cannot give up. So
Boss,
renunciation, detachment, and dispassion. What is passion? Rajan, suppose a man is a millionaire. Now he wants to become billionaire. Then he wants to become trillionaire. Then how he will attain moksha?
No, never.
So what is this called? This is called dispassion.
Passion.
You must not have passion. Opposite of passion is dispassion.
Dispassion. Okay, I know.
So this is dispassion. You don't have to give up I, because you are still Rajan. Who is dispassionate? Rajan. Who is renouncing? Rajan. Who is being detached? Rajan. So Vairagya takes you up and up. Only when you are a Vairagya, then only you can give up I. After Vairagya, you can give up I.
Okay.
Without Vairagya, can you give up? Rajan, are you understanding? Without Vairagya, can you give up I?
No. No.
How can you give up I? Because you are attached to the world. How you can give up? Okay.
So this giving up I is the ultimate state of Vairagya. The final state.
Giving up I is the ultimate state of that, the mukti. Na? Then you give
mukti.
up body, mind, ego, you become mukti.
Okay.
Some recall, please.
Yes.
Louder. So, good. I think we are progressing on the discussion. Louder. Chandrakant.
Yes.
Chandrakant. Is Chandrakant there? Okay, who else wants to talk about question? I will come in and question you. Girish, any comment on Vairagya? I want anybody who's paying attention to Vairagya. I would. Yes,
okay, Guruji, I am Kumar Swami.
Yes, sir.
See, what I mean is, if you want to leave something, you have to catch something. If you catch something, you can leave something. Is it not? No, earlier I was not. No, listen. Earlier I was attached to the world. Now I am attaching to the God, near to God. So automatically world will detaches. So if you are a sincere seeker, if you have a mumukshitva, then only it is possible. If you are a alabala 50%, it is not possible.
Now will you listen to me? Now will you listen to me? What you are saying, I agree. I am not agreeing only to one word. What you are saying. What is the one word I'm not agreeing to you?
Tell me, sir.
Automatically.
Yes.
No.
You are a sincere automatic.
No. There is no automatic. There is no automatic.
Once again, I'm telling you, if you want to drop the bottom one, you have to catch upper one. The automatic bottom one, it will go. So it is automatic process, sir.
Will you listen?
The nature also teaches us.
Can I tell you from my experience what happens? If you have got no Vairagya, if you take your step on the next step and the Vairagya is not there, the previous step will pull you back.
That means you are not sincere.
Whatever it means. It means.
If you are really sincere, no, it will not come back. You will go forward.
Okay, so I respect what you are saying, but I am talking from my practical experience. What you are saying is wishful thinking, but we cannot have the wishful thinking. Please understand, Kumar Swami, without Vairagya, you cannot go to the next step, what you're talking about.
Yes.
You can go to next step with Vairagya.
The transformation will make you a Vairagya.
You are telling, Kumar Swami, you are telling in such a way, Vairagya is not required. So what Upanishad says, Vairagya is not required. Adi Shankara says, Vairagya is not required.
That particularly you don't try to push it. If you try to push it, again it will attach to you. Don't try to
Girish,
push
what
it.
do you feel, Girish? Let me ask Girish opinion. Girish, what do you have to say, Girish? Okay, let us ask Girish opinion before we go to Chandrakant. He wants to unmute. Administrator, please check. Girish, what do you have to say, Girish?
Let go of the ego, possible only with the Vairagya.
So what is Kumar Swami telling? Automatically, you think that it will go away, or your passion and
even if you become some 50% Vairagi, again if you show interest in Vastu Vishaya, you will sink down. Then let go of the ego becomes impossible after you sink down. Again you have to start the process.
So you need to be Pakka Vairagi, not 50% Vairagi, what you are saying. We need to be a full master. not padi master, not half master.
Let go of the ego and becoming Vairagi should go hand in hand. So that because of one, we will not sink on the other pond.
Okay, thank you. Sunil Chittal.
Show him, Sarji.
Show him, Sunil.
My connection is bad, so I don't know. I just see. According to me, Viveka and Vairagya, these things have to be practiced, and they are all in the mind. Ego also is in the mind. In the process of squashing the mind or dissolving the mind or calming the mind, a mumuksha has to, Vairagya and Viveka is never automatic. It has to be an earnest effort of the yogi to maintain it all throughout.
Absolutely.
Then only he gets anubhuti. And anubhuti is by the grace of God and the guidance of the Guru. That is
Correct.
automatic. Anubhuti, the last jump is automatic. But
Correct.
this, it has to be a willful effort and the earnest effort in the mind, because you have to squash the mind. And
Beautifully.
Vairagya and Viveka happens in the mind only.
Yeah. I like your words, beautiful words. What Sunil Chittal has just told, very beautiful words. He says, very important, Kumar Swami, to pay attention. Sunil Chittal says, Anubhuti is automatic. And I totally respect and I salute that words. Anubhuti is automatic. Anubhuti doesn't need any effort. You cannot say, I am cooking Anubhuti. I am making Anubhuti biryani. No, there is no making Anubhuti biryani. That Anubhuti will come automatically. But
Anubhuti
Vivek,
also will come with the awareness. Anubhuti also will come with the awareness.
yes, Kumar Swami, you are very aggressive today. No problem. But what Sunil Chittal says, Sunil Chittal is telling something very beautiful. Please capture. He says, Vivek also is not automatic. Because every time a thought comes in the mind, Sunil Chittal is telling, there is a war. There is a war. The war is between the mind and the intellect. This is called Yuddha. Okay, this is called Yuddha. And what somebody, please mute the noise, administrator. So what, you know what they say? Jo jeetega yuddha. Sunil Chittal, have you heard that? Sunil Chittal, have you heard these beautiful words? Jo jeetega yuddha, wo banega buddha. Have you heard? Jo jeetega yuddha, wo banega buddha. That means, Bliko, are you paying attention, Bliko? If you want to become a Buddha, you have to win the yuddha. And it's not automatic. Please, please do not, I respect Kumar Swami's words, but people on the call, I am not saying it's automatic. It's not automatic. Viveka needs discrimination. It is a big effort. Vairagya is the bigger effort. Vairagya is the most difficult effort in the world. The most difficult. It is, I know what Atmatray feels. Can you just become Vairagya just like that? I don't know how many people will agree. Sudhit Bhargava, can you become Vairagya just, can you renounce dispassion, detachment just like that? No, I can't. I cannot even imagine that. I cannot even imagine. But let us take people who want to comment. Rekha Parwani.
Pranam, Guruji, pranam.
Ruwataji, boliye.
Guruji, I feel renunciation is not going to forest and stay alone, but we have to stay in this world and check at every step in life. Two roads will we see. We have to decide, we have to choose the correct one by intelligence and discrimination. It is not easy, we have to check. Greed will attract us, relations will attract us, but we have to choose which is the correct path. Then we have to follow that.
Correct. Either you will be a chooser or you will be a loser.
Or loser.
अगर तुमने गलत चूज किया तो तुम्हें लूज करना ही पड़ेगा.
Yes, it is tough, very tough, but we have to try at every step.
Yeah. Thank you, Rumata ji.
को control करना है and we have to check ourselves.
Guruji, one for example दे सकता हूँ मैं आपको?
Wait, Kumar Swami, before we end, we'll give you time again. Kumar Swami.
Share one more example.
Yeah, let everybody speak, and then again you can speak in the end.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everyone,
Rekha Parwani. Rekha Parwani.
Shivam, AiR.
Shivoham. Bolo.
Every day we have a war, mind and intellect. So being in the spiritual path.
Yeah,
Can you
go
hear
ahead.
me here?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Being in the spiritual path, we have to work so much. How can we get automatic Vairagi become until we become?
Yeah, so we understand that. Don't let's go away from the.
Vairagi cannot cross.
Yeah. Let's go away from the
Yeah.
automatic subject. It's very clear. There is no automatic. Let's be clear about it. Kumar Swami has got a misunderstanding in some aspect. We will talk to Kumar Swami last before we close the call. We will clarify with him because he's a respected Guruji of the group. So we will clarify what he is trying to say. But do you have anything else to add, Rekha? Okay. Chandrakant, have you unmuted Chandrakant?
Guruji Shivoham.
Shivoham Chandrakant.
Yeah, could you hear me, sir?
Yes, very well. Please go ahead.
Actually, there are two types of Vairagya.
Yeah.
One Vairagya is come out of, temporary, it's out of suffering. And
Yes.
other is out of Jnana Vairagya.
Okay.
Like when, we know our true nature, Vairagya start coming. But we have to put lot of efforts. Like there should be Viveka, what is real and relative.
Correct.
When you liberate, that's fine. We can say we reach that stage and it's fine. But until we are not reaching that stage, there is a lot of efforts basically to discriminate what is real and what is relative. So we have to put a lot of efforts to get rid of this Maya.
Yes.
Yeah, that is my opinion.
Thank you. But you said something in the beginning that there is two types of Vairagya. What is the first Vairagya? What do you mean?
Actually,
Let's explain to the group, because you should say, when you say something, group should understand what you are saying.
Yeah, actually,
what do you mean?
A lot of people have the Vairagya out of suffering.
What is the meaning of that?
Like,
so what is the meaning of that?
Like if somebody is having the financial crisis, then he temporarily comes say कि मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे छूटना है. But once money flows to him, then he get plunged in the Maya. So that is
not. You're correct. So that is not a real Vairagya. That is just
that is a temporary
circumstantial Vairagya.
Yeah, it's a temporary thing. But when you got the, ignorance, we got the conviction of the Sachitanand on the path of that, then that is the starting of the real Vairagya. But we have to put a lot of effort to discriminate what is real, what is relative, until we reach that stage.
Yeah, that first type of Vairagya is not Vairagya, my dear.
That is not Vairagya.
Let's not call that Vairagya, okay?
That is temporary.
Thank you. Thank you. Atmatray?
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, sir.
I studied Bhagavad Gita many more times, and as per Krishna's opinion, pleasure, position, and people can be renounced with effort. But there is in our mind the desire remains, and it will go after the God's grace and love of God in mumukshatva. We will find and the desire also.
So therefore,
though Vairagya is very essential and practical, but many hard work essential.
Very hard work. Please don't think it will go away automatically. Vairagya will come. No. Don't think, dear Atmatray, don't think if you do bhakti, Vairagya will happen. No, you may do bhakti, but bhakti will not take away Vairagya. There are many people who are bhaktas in the morning and then they are in the bar in the night.
Oh.
Full morning they are in the temple. Have you seen many people? Can you give example? You know some people like that. Rama, Krishna, 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 Krishna. In the night, whiskey, rum, beer. That's that. What can you do? They are slaves of their habits.
Yes.
So therefore, the ability to renounce is very important. And it's a lot of hard work. It is very difficult. And in this call today, I'm telling you all, if you do not take it seriously, Vairagya is a bouncer. In cricket, it's called bouncer. If the bouncer hits your head, means you will be back to pavilion. You will be back to pavilion. It's a bouncer. Kumar Swami to note, it's a bouncer. If the ball comes and hits your head, means you will be in pavilion. Thank you. Tushatma.
Okay, Dhanwad.
Tushatma and then Sunil Chittal wants to say something. After Tushatma. Yes, please.
Sir, basically, the Vairagya does not include Tyag, right?
What?
Vairagya does not include Tyag.
Tyag.
Yeah.
See, what is Tyag? Tyag is to sacrifice. Correct?
Yeah.
So what do you sacrifice? Some people will sacrifice a goat. They will kill a goat. Some people will sacrifice something for some temporary thing. Will that temporary sacrifice make you a renunciate?
So, but getting renounce with the material world is not possible without the Tyag, right?
No, so the Tyag, yeah, you must Tyag. Don't use the word Tyag. Please use the word renounce. The word Tyag can be deceiving. The word Tyag may not be Vairagya. May or may not be. Tushatma, I hope you're clear. If you're, suppose you give up something, maine Tyag kiya, no, it is Vairagya only, no? It is exactly Vairagya. But you can't say, today I Tyag kiya, tomorrow again I'm taking back. Then that's not Vairagya. You got it?
Okay.
Some people say, I did Tyag for whiskey on Mondays. Every Monday I done Tyag. No whiskey on Monday. So what happens? Tuesday you're drinking. Are you Vairagi?
Sir, it does not include totally. We should renounce it from our life.
No, you have to. No. See, you have to be a master. Please, therefore, this anubhuti must be clear. Vairagya means you should be a master. You should not be a slave.
So, but it is not easy. Getting attached with the things and getting detached, it is not easy.
Correct. If you are attached, means there's no Vairagya. You must be detached. Secret of detached attachment. 10 commandments you must read. We have spoken about 10 commandments.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Who else wants to speak? Administrator Sunil Chittal, any written comments? Sunil Chittal, you want to say something?
Yes. Yeah, because see, mind has got two aspects. One is Indriya, and that Indriya goes after the objects. So
Correct.
we can have the Tyag of the objects, but the tagging of the objects externally doesn't mean you have the Vairagya in the mind. You may still aspire it in your mind. The Vairagya actually happens in the mind. There is no clarity between tagging everything in the world. It can be circumstantial, but they pine for it in the mind. That's what. And in your story, exactly, Vyasa had to tell him, you did Tyag of everything, came to the forest, but you carried it in your mind. There was no Vairagya in your mind.
Correct.
And Vairagya is of the samsara, and samsara is always in the mind. Indriyas go towards the objects. You can Tyag something which is Indriya Gochara, but Vairagya has to happen with respect to the mind.
Correct. So when you have, what you're saying is that the moment you are in that Vairagi state, then all the Indriyas become null and void. Those Indriyas are,
yes.
they cannot affect you anymore because you are switched off in your mind. You are switched off. You have been able to be a master of the mind. Good. Very well said. Please. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else has any question before we ask Kumar Swami to speak? Anybody else? Bliko. Yes, Bliko, sir. Administrator, any comments after Bliko? Yes.
Yeah, Shivoham.
Bliko.
So this Vairagya is like Sunil Chittal said, it is basically inside your mind or your thought, whatever you say. Yeah. So in order to control the mind or thoughts, you need efforts, and that effort is to be continuous, 24 hours. If you fail for 1 minute or 1 second, it can overtake you and it will sink you like a, that game, snakes and ladder.
Absolutely.
You reach up to 99 and you get the snake to come to 0.
Correct. Beautiful. Very well said. Very well said, Bliko.
So it is not that easy. And Gita and Krishna also tell that the mind is so powerful. You need to control, like you are controlling wind. which is difficult. But then Arjuna asks how to do that. That's it. You have to do continuous effort, continuous effort, continuous effort. That's the only way. And one day you will be able to master this mind, and then you can let go it, you can kill it, cremate it, whatever, and then you will be in the consciousness, and then you can overcome all this suffering, and this vairag will be, you can reach to that stage where you are master of the vairag, and then like you said, that automatic things of anubhuti will
so beautiful, very beautifully said. What I like best in what Bliko said, very beautifully what Bliko said, in this life, the game of snakes and ladders, you keep on going up the game of snakes and ladders. But if you're not a Vairagi, if you're not a Vairagi, somewhere in the snakes and ladders, you may reach number 99. But if the snake of passion bites you in 99, you'll be back to zero. Very, very beautifully said. Bliko, very simple, but very beautifully, Bliko has given very beautiful contribution. Administrator, any comments, Administrator, before I ask Kumaraswamy to say his point?
Girish is asking, keeping samsara, Girish.
Yeah.
Keeping samsara away and Vairagya, one and same.
How can you keep samsara away, Girish? You have to be, Girish, since you like bhajans a lot. कमल का फूल जैसे झील में ना डूबता है, योगी भी माया में ना डूबता, ध्यान में वो रहता है, मन ना भटकता है, योगी तो योग में है जीता. You get the point? ध्यान वो करता है, योग में वो रहता है, योगी सदा प्रभु के साथ जीता, योगी तो हमेशा योग में है. So you have to, yogi to hamesha yo. This song is Chanda Asma mein prerit karta hai. How the moon is always reflecting the sun. This is what just Sunil Chittal said. Bliko said. We have to be always conscious, always in that state of consciousness. So what you said, but please repeat, Administrator, what Girish said, the words.
That means we have to live like a Janak.
We have to live like Janak. No, what exact words what Girish said? He said samsar.
Girish asked if keeping samsara away and Vairagya are one and the same.
So we cannot keep samsara away, Girish. Because we have to be in samsara, Girish. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can you go away from samsara? You cannot go. I may be in Switzerland, but I'm still in samsara. Tomorrow morning I will be back. I'm back in New Delhi. And tomorrow I have to face New Delhi tomorrow. No.
From the mind, I asked.
How to keep the, so what? No, Girish, we have to be a Vairagya. So that is Vairagya. We have to be in samsar, but we have to be a Vairagya. What Bliko said, Janak was like that. Janak was a king. But the thing mattered to Janak. What Janak knew? Janak knew mera kuch bhi nahi. Somebody told Raja, Janak tum Raja. Kya Raja? What you remember the story of Janak? He woke up from the sleep and he asked the Rani, ye sach ya wo sach? Ye sach kya main Raja hu jo ड्रीम देखा भिखारी का, या मैं भिखारी हूं जो राजा का ड्रीम देख रहा है. So you get the point, Girish. So therefore, Girish, samsar will remain. Samsar is a maya, it's vidya. We have to be in the samsar because it's a leela, correct? But Vairagya is what Sunil Chittal said, and what Bliko said also, that the snake, if it bites you. So Vairagi, it's not what Kumaraswamy is automatic. No, not automatic. It needs lot of effort. It needs lot of commitment, lot of resolution, lot of conviction. So in the samsar, we will be there. Like a beautiful lotus. The lotus will be there in the dirty lake. That dirty lake, we will not sink, Girish. We will be in the samsar, but we will be above the samsar. It is like a motorboat, Girish. The motorboat has to go in the water, but it should not sink in the water. I hope you're getting my point, what I'm saying. Can the motorboat reach the end of the river without the river? No, the motorboat needs the river. We need the samsara. I hope you get my point. We need the samsara to float on the samsara and to reach our destination. But we must be Vairagi. I hope my point is clear. Rekha, any more points, Administrator?
No, that's it, Ed.
Thank you. Rekha Parwani and then Kumar Swami. Rekha Parwani. Rekha Parwani.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead. Rekha Parwani.
I have bad network.
Bolo.
Shivam AiR.
Bolo.
B.
Bad network is like having bad consciousness. The mind keeps on disturbing your consciousness. Then how can you?
Vairagya is.
Huh?
No,
Bolo.
I've got bad network.
Yeah.
Shivam AiR is being a Vairagi, giving up all the negative emotions.
It is not about just the negative emotions.
And
it is being a Vairagya means being a master of your body, your indriya, your thoughts, your ego. Being a master of the Maya, being the master of the Leela. It means being a master of ignorance, being a master of your bad habits. It is basically being a person who is completely in consciousness. A Vairagi is a person who has renounced all the rubbish. It is not enough. It's not enough to renounce only the negatives. It may be something you may think it's positive, but as long as it may be you love your child a lot, nothing negative in your child, but you're attached to your child.
Yes.
There's not negative. Your child, there's nothing wrong with your child. Maybe you have a lover. You're attached to the lover. Nothing negative about your lover. But you will sink in samsara.
So all the attachments, everything. Yes.
Yeah, I told you, MPPP,
Possessions.
master over pleasures, possessions, and people.
And deep yearning for God.
That is what Kumar Swami is trying to say, but he is confused. One side, deep yearning for God, and second side, mastery over pleasure, possession, and people. Then only you will be able to, you will have two wings to fly. Otherwise, it's not that you can just have the deep devotion for God and all this will go by themselves. No.
They won't go.
We have to work hard to renounce. Kumar Swami.
Yes, because.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, sir.
Whatever I was speaking, to advance to that, I put all the way, but you are not taking that consideration. The sincere effort, see what I told, the sincere effort of the disabled who is walking on the spiritual path, his effort should be very sincere towards his path of journey. Then automatically this renunciation will take place. That is my answer.
Okay. I think what you're meaning the same thing you're saying in a different way, but you're not meaning that. When you are saying sincere seeker, you are meaning that a lot of effort is required. You are saying sincere. So I know you are
automatic. For example, also I will tell you one example. In a practical my example, I tell you. Actually, I am working in HMT. I was working in HMT. I was a leader in the company. So every day, evening, 10 to 15 people used to come to me, my house. So actually, when I started in the spirituality, then I was very much confusion. When these people have come, I used to go with them. But after some 1 week, 10 days, I sit together. I have to leave these people, how to live, I thought. So then I said that there is no time for me because I was attached to the scriptures, I was attached to some videos, I am listening some bhajans and all. So after 1 week, what happened now? Only 5 people have come. Then after 2 weeks, because I am not responding, another 2-3 people have come. Now nobody is coming to me because I am sincerely putting my efforts in some area. So automatically these people are gone. So this is I have taken automatically. The friendship has gone. Now because of what? Because I am attached to this spirituality 100%. So automatically this has gone. So
okay. So what you're saying, I understand. What you're saying, that Vairagya can come automatically when we are sincerely seeking the other side. Okay, so when you are, but the group will not misunderstand it. That's why I don't want the word automatic to come. But what Kumar Swami is saying that I'm understanding what you're saying. So just to conclude for the group, what Kumar Swami is saying, that if there's deep mumukshutvam, if there's deep desire for God, then automatically the other things will drop. But I don't want you all to think it's an automatic process. That's why I objected to it. But my dear friends, he has got his own right way of thinking. But I hope we are not just thinking opposite Kumaraswamy. I think we are thinking in the same direction, that we must renounce and we must have sincere seeking. And this is important in the journey. So I hope today's session has helped you a lot on this journey of enlightenment, because this session is very important. So maybe I think if you have any more questions on Vairagya, to renounce, to be detached, and to be dispassionate, please keep the questions for a session which is tomorrow or day after tomorrow. With that note, it was 1 hour today. I fold my hands to all of my divine SIP and I bow down to you.